Good to go. All right, good morning. Taking the movements that feel appropriate this morning as you're coming onto your mat, thinking about what's been going on for you this morning, whether you're just rolling out of bed or whether you've been up for hours and have had a lot of movement already. Taking any breaths that feel good as you're moving around. Starting to become aware of how it feels to be on your mat this morning. Checking in with the body and the mind and the breath. And as you feel ready, finding that spot on your mat where your feet feel comfortable beneath you and you're aware that they're there. And then slowly bring your attention from the feet up the legs, noticing the knees and whether they have a little bit of bend and softness to them or whether they're locked straight. And bringing the attention further up towards the hips, bringing the hips over the ankles. Going along the torso, feeling the torso expanding up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Softening the shoulders down as you exhale. Noticing where the shoulders are in relationship to the hips and the feet. Maybe making any adjustments so the way you're standing feels comfortable, or you can breathe at ease. Noticing what's going on for you in your neck and your shoulders and your head. Drawing the ears back so that they're over the shoulders and lowering the chin down and drawing it back just a little bit, feeling that lengthening of the back of the neck and maybe doing that a couple of times, letting the chin just naturally come forward and then back a little bit. Just finding that place where you feel like you're centered over your feet. And then we'll gently begin to let our arms float up anywhere they want to go as we inhale. And gently float back down. Moving the arms in any direction that feels good. Getting the breath flowing and our movement syncing with the breath. Next time the arms come up above the head, pause. And soften the shoulders down the back. Feel the shoulder blades moving towards each other. See if you can feel your head rising up towards the ceiling. Take a moment just to let the shoulders rise up towards the ears and then softening down. Finding more space through the neck and the shoulders. Inhaling, reaching up, using the shoulders. And then exhaling, lowering down. You're gonna have to excuse me for a second. The dog's about to knock over the computer. No. Inhale, reach up. And exhale down. And we'll move with one arm, bring the hand up to wave, and then reach straight up towards the ceiling. Feel the feet pushing down towards the floor. And then draw the arm down. And then this time, bring the hand slightly over the head or let it rest on the head. Feeling that stretch through the side. And then inhale back straight up. And exhale, reach to the side. 2 more times. Beautiful. And bring the arm back down. Inhale the arm back. Other arm up. Reach up straight. Push the feet down. Keep the hips level. And then bring the hand back down. And then this time, reaching over to the side, still pushing the feet down, trying to keep the hips level. Inhale, reach. And exhale, let arm back down. You can make this as big or as little as you want. Maybe you pause. If you feel a spot that wants a particular little stay, then come back to center. Inhale the arms up in front. This time, maybe bring the arms slightly back, feeling a little bit of opening through the front of the chest. Draw the belly in towards the spine. And then exhale the arms down. Bring the hands behind you, open up through the chest. 3 breaths. Lower the hands down to the sides. Pause, take a breath. Bring your attention to your breath. Feel the breath as it moves in and feel the breath as it moves out. You can keep your hands at the sides, or maybe you place a hand on the chest and one on the belly, or both on the belly. So you can connect with the breath. Notice the breath as it flows. How is it moving this morning? Three more long, slow breaths. And then gently slide the hands together in front of the heart center. Lower the forehead down towards the fingertips, allowing the shoulders to soften, feeling that length in the back of the neck. Take a moment to set an intention for today's practice, or think of something positive. And then we'll take 3 breaths, maybe using that breath that we've talked about where it's like you're smelling something pretty and then trying to flicker the candle. So as you're ready with your own breath 3 times, inhaling in. And then gently begin to let your hands float up as you inhale. And slowly exhale down, letting the bottom down by the wrists come apart as you bring the hands down, feeling that stretch through the fingers. So you can make this as big or as little as you want, depending on your range of motion this morning. We're looking for some movement through the wrists and the fingers. Beautiful. The next time you rise up, rise all the way, feel nice and tall. Exhale the hands down. And then we'll do a little bit of head movement. Allow the chin to rise up and down. Noticing how it feels today. Noticing where the cracks and pops are. If there's any tension or tightness, maybe pausing in that spot. Allowing it a little bit of extra time to release. And then pause as you come down towards your chest. And bring the chin over to one shoulder. And then let it rock back down towards the chest and over towards the other shoulder. Continuing side to side with your breath. Or maybe going all the way around. Being aware of how it feels this morning. Again, stopping if there's any spots that want a little extra attention. Excuse me. And pause and go the other direction if you're making circles. Pause as the chin comes back down to center. Inhale, so your head is straight on your body. Inhale, reach up. Feel nice and tall. Feet pushing down, hips lift up. Shoulders soften down the back. Exhale the hands out to the sides. Inhale the hands up to the shoulders. Drawing the elbows towards each other and making circles. Move with your breath. And the next time the elbows come together, pause, and then go the other way. Bring your attention to the shoulder blades. See if you can feel them moving apart and together on your back. And then the next time the elbows come together, pause. Let the hands come back down to the sides. Inhale, reach up. Hold on to your right wrist with your left hand. Reach up and over. The head could look down towards the floor or up towards the ceiling. Take 3 breaths. Inhale back through center. Switch out the hands and reach over the other direction. Beautiful. Inhale back through center. Exhale the hands down. Inhale, reach to shoulder height. And then exhale, give yourself a hug. Lowering the chin. You can make this as big or as small as you want. So you could start to add in the spine and bend the knees a little bit. Exhaling as you move down and round. And inhaling, lifting the elbows and arching the back. Work with your range of motion this morning and what feels good with you. And the next time you come down, pause. Open the arms wide. And then hug yourself the other direction. And then inhale back up. And exhale, round down. Do this 3 more times. The next time you round down and bring the elbows down, pause, release the hands, bring them down to the thighs. Maybe straighten out the legs a little bit with a nice long back, reaching the head towards the wall in front of you. Beautiful. Then you can bend the knees deeper and slowly slide down, either coming to elbows on the knees or bringing the hands down to the floor into your forward fold. Take 3 long, slow breaths. Bring the hands to the hips, lead with the elbows, draw the belly in, rise back up. Back to mountain pose. Take a breath in and let it out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees a little or a lot, coming into a straight back or folding all the way to the floor. 3 breaths. And on your inhale, rise back up. Exhale, hands back to mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to flat back or continue all the way down into your forward fold. 3 long, slow breaths. On the next inhale, push into the feet, slowly rise back up. And exhale back to mountain pose. Take a breath in and let it out. Putting all the weight into your left foot, step back with your right. Coming into your first warrior one, bending into the front knee. Taking your hands either on your hips or heart center, or letting them rise up, finding that spot where you can be comfortable and at ease. Feel the feet pushing into the floor as the hips rise up and the spine lengthens. Exhale, hands down. Bring the back foot to meet the front. Take a breath in and let it out. Then step back with the other foot, with the left foot, bending into the right knee. Again, taking the arms of your choice. Finding that place of center and balance, where the breath is moving with ease. Two long, slow breaths. Exhale the arms down and step the back foot to meet the front. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink into chair. 3 breaths. And then move into your flat back or to your forward fold. Take 3 long, slow breaths. Then when you're on your inhale, rise back into your chair. And slowly push into the feet, rise back to mountain pose. Take a breath in and let it out. Put all the weight into your left foot as you step back with the right, bending into the front knee. Choosing the arms of your choice. Take 3 breaths. Exhale the arms down to the thigh. Extending the back so it's nice and long. Take a breath. You could stay here. Maybe you come down onto elbows, or maybe you reach down towards the floor. On the next inhale, slowly rise back up. Exhale the hands down to heart center or to the hips, and bring the back foot to meet the front. Take a breath in and let it out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to chair. Hands can stay at heart center or reach up by the ears. 3 breaths. Then exhale, coming into forward fold or halfway lift with the elbows on the thighs. Take 3 breaths. On the inhale, slowly rise back into your chair pose. Then exhale the arms down, slowly rise back into mountain. Take a breath. Transfer the weight to the right foot and step back with the left. Moving into warrior one on the other foot. Again, taking the arms of your choice this morning. Feeling the feet beneath you grounded. The spine lengthened on the inhales. Exhale the hands down to the thigh. Take a moment Really push through that back foot so you feel extension all the way up the body to the top of the head. The long straight back. You can stay here. You come down onto the elbows, or maybe you reach down towards the floor. Take 3 long, slow breaths. And then on the next inhale, slowly begin the journey back up to warrior one. Exhale the hands down to the hips or heart center. And bring the back foot to meet the front. Take a breath in. And let it out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold or halfway lift. 3 breaths. On the inhale, slowly rising into your chair. And then on your next inhale, rise all the way up back to mountain pose. Take a breath in and let it out. And slowly take your feet further apart. Move into some wider leg poses, turning the feet, toes out, heels are in. Bend at the knees. Just checking out how the ankles and the knees feel, if they're lined up appropriately. Good. Inhale, reach up, feel nice and tall, and then exhale, sink down into your goddess. We'll take a few movements. Exhale down. Inhale, reaching up. Beautiful. The next time you come down, pause. Extend the arms out to the side. And let the fingertips come down towards the floor. And then rise up towards the ceiling. Moving with your range of motion. You don't want to feel any sharp knife-like pains, stabbing, electrical shocks. Just a nice, gentle stretch. Then bring your hands back to center and then twist like you're opening a door. And of course, at any time, if the arms begin to get too heavy, bring them back to your sides. And then inhale, rise back up. Take a breath in and let it out. Turn the feet so they're parallel to each other. Then turn the left toes towards the end of the mat, bending into the left leg. Coming into our warrior two. Inhale, reach up. Looking out over the left middle finger. If you'd like to bring in a little movement here, inhaling, straightening the legs slightly. Exhale, sinking down a little deeper. Pause in a warrior two. Turn the front palm towards the ceiling. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, reach up and back. Two more breaths. Inhale back to warrior two. And then exhale, reaching forward, coming down onto the elbow. This top hand could rest on your side. You can reach up towards the ceiling or cross over the head, palm down towards the floor. And then inhale back to warrior two. Exhale the hands down to the hips. Turn the toes back towards, so they're pointing the same direction. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down into your goddess. And then you can continue all the way down into a forward fold. Take 3 long, slow breaths. And then on your next inhale, bring the hands to the hips and slowly rise back up. Turning the right toes towards the other end, bending into the right knee. Inhale the arms up at shoulder height. Looking out over the right middle finger. Soften the shoulders down the back. Let the spine and the head reach up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Maybe bringing in that movement. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, sinking. And pause in your warrior two. Turning the right hand towards the ceiling. Take a nice breath and then reach up and back. Coming into your reverse warrior. Beautiful. Inhaling back to warrior two. And then exhaling forward, bringing the hand or the elbow down to the thigh. The top arm can rest on the side. Reach up towards the ceiling or come across over the ear. Looking to feel the stretch on the top side. Push the foot down into the floor. One more breath. And inhale back to warrior two. Exhale the hands down. Turn the toes back so they're pointing the same direction. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale the hands down to the hips or the lower back, or interlace them if that's your choice this morning as you drop the chest open. Maybe the head reaches up, hanging back. 3 breaths. You can release the hands to go into your forward fold or keep them where they are as you begin to move into your forward fold. 3 breaths in forward fold. On the next inhale, slowly rise back up. Release the hands and bring the feet back towards each other. Shake them out. Now we'll begin to step a little bit side to side. So step both feet together and then apart and together. And you can do this just teeny tiny bit, or you can make it wider, whatever you're comfortable with this morning. And then once you get used to this, see if you can reach with the arm the direction you're going. And it doesn't have to be fast. Move at your own speed. You don't have to do it with me. Try to let it flow. And then let's stop. Let's see if we can do it the opposite way. So we are reaching the opposite way we're going. And then together. Just getting a little bit of mind and body connection. You can smile and have fun. Everybody's so serious. And then pause, bring the feet back together. Come up on the toes on one foot. Stretch through the front of the foot. Rock side to side if you like that. And come back over. Might even feel good to bring the foot around in circles, getting some movement through the ankle. And then go the other way. And then we'll switch to the other foot. Rolling up onto the toes, stop it along the journey anywhere that you like to stretch. And then take that side to side movement through the ankle or the circles. And then bring the feet back to the floor. Take a nice inhale, reach up. And exhale to chair. As you come into your chair, we're going to sink into our chair and take a few twists. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more time to each side. Then come into your forward fold, elbows on the thighs. You're bringing the hands down towards the floor. Take 3 long, slow breaths. And then begin to come down towards the floor, either making your way into down dog or to table. Once you're in the pose of your choice, taking movement or staying in stillness. If you're in down dog, slowly moving maybe through plank and then into down, table. Untucking the toes and moving down our hips down towards our heels. Coming into that flossing the spine movement. Inhaling forward and exhaling, drawing the hips back. If you want, instead of going into child's pose, you could come up into a down dog and into plank or back to table. And then when you've had enough, make your move down to child's pose. In your child's pose, checking back in with the breath and the mind and the body. Three long, slow breaths. And slowly extend your arms out in the mat in front of you. Coming back up onto hands and knees, or maybe you come down onto elbows. From here, we're going to root the hands down if you're on hands, root the forearms down if you're on forearms, draw the belly in, and we'll extend the left leg out behind us. And then draw the knee in towards the chest, bringing the nose towards the knee. Inhale, lift the head and the leg. And then exhale, draw the knee and the nose towards each other. We'll do this 2 more times. And then bring the knee back down to the floor. If you want a little bit of movement, feel free to take a little bit of movement, cat-cow, or this is called dolphin, coming forward and back. And then pause. Once again, anchor the hands in the forearms. Put the weight into the other knee as you lift the left foot. And then exhale, draw the knee towards the nose and the nose towards the knee. Inhale, lifting the head. And then exhale, rounding the back, drawing the knee and the nose towards each other. One last time. And then once again, take that movement, maybe cat-cow, or maybe the moving dolphin. Then come up onto your hands and knees if you're not there already, so that you can come over to seated. Beautiful. We'll start with our feet together and our knees out to the side. Take a moment just so that your sits bones root down towards the floor, the spine lengthening up. We'll add in a little bit of resistance this morning. So bringing the knees up high, pushing the hands into the knees and the knees into the hands. Again, 35% of your strength. It doesn't have to be full force. Gently lowering the knees down. And then relax any tension and bring the knees back up. And do it again. And one more time. And then we'll come into the forward fold. Find that nice tall seat. Inhale, reach up. Lead with the heart. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back up nice and tall. Exhale, hinging forward. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen up. You can continue with this, or if you feel ready, moving into a forward fold, a stretch. Notice where your attention goes when you're still. Does your mind begin to wander? Bring your attention to your breath. Notice, scan the body from the top of the head down to the toes. Are there parts of the body that are working hard that don't need to be? Take 3 long, slow breaths. And on an inhale, slowly come up halfway. Take a full breath. And then come all the way up. Take another breath. And slowly extend the legs out in front of you. Take any movement you want if you want to get all those joints that we were stretching and compressing loosened up, getting the blood and the energy flowing. Now we'll do another forward fold. You could choose to keep your legs straight or take them a little wider apart. Or perhaps you'd like to do a cross-leg forward fold. So you could cross at the ankles and have a loose fold. You could cross the legs in front of you, or you could take ankle over knee, knee over ankle. Sitting up nice and tall. Again, finding that length in your body, finding some movement through the hips. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, reaching forward. And then you can keep going with the dynamic movement or move into stillness, finding that place where you're feeling a nice stretch, tug, a pull over an area of the body. Notice the back of your body. See if you can feel the ribs spreading apart as you inhale, the whole back expanding, allowing it to soften as you exhale. 2 more long, slow breaths. And slowly come up halfway, take a full breath. And come all the way up, take another breath. If you cross your legs, notice which one's in front or on top so that you can do it the other way. And then straighten your legs out. You could come into the beach pose with the legs bent. You could go side to side. Take 3 long, slow breaths. Notice any sensations where the energy is returning. Maybe areas of the body that were blocked begin to become unblocked, and you feel the blood and the energy flowing there. And then we'll come back into a forward fold. So if you had your legs crossed, you're going to cross them the opposite way. You could, if you had your legs straight, you can keep them straight. Maybe you change the angle of the legs just slightly, or you change the angle of your fold just slightly, looking for a little different stretch. Sink the hips down. Inhale, lengthen up. Lead with the heart, hinge from the hips. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, lengthen. And keep moving. Or find yourself moving into your stretch, coming into stillness. Finding that just right spot. Bringing the attention to the breath. Feeling the whole body expand as you inhale and soften as you exhale. Three long, slow breaths. Slowly rise halfway. Take a full breath. And come all the way up. Take another breath. You're free to stay where you are or unwind your legs. Again, maybe going back to the beach pose. Maybe this time you do reverse table. Lift the hips off the floor. You can hold or you can lower and lift. You can rock side to side. You can stay in stillness. And if you haven't already, bring your legs up in front of you with the knees bent. And take the feet a little bit wider apart. And begin to let the knees and the hips rock side to side. Feel free to make this a small, gentle movement. You can begin to allow the knees to come down onto the floor, bringing the opposite arm around and touching the floor, looking, getting the whole body into the movement. Try to link your breath. If you find a spot that feels nice and you want to pause there for a few breaths and hold that stretch, give yourself permission to do that. We'll take about 3 more breaths so you can move or pause. And then slowly come back to center. And you can hang over your legs. Just taking a moment to let the lower back decompress, come back to center. Feel the breath move in, feel the breath move out. And then slowly come back onto your hands and knees. As you come onto hands and knees, you choose what would feel best for you. Do you like to do cat and cow? Maybe wag the tail, get some stretch through the side body. Maybe the barrel rolls, having the whole torso go around in circles. And then when you feel like you've had enough movement, slowly make your way down onto your belly. Extending the arms on the floor out in front of you and the toes long behind you. See how much space you can take up on your mat. The fingers are reaching towards the wall in front of you. Your toes are reaching towards the wall in back of you. Trying to be stretching from wall to wall. And then soften and relax. And engage your core, drawing the belly in towards the spine. And lift the left arm up and lower it down. Then lift the right arm up and lower it down. Lift the right leg up and lower it down. And lift the left leg up and lower it down. You could keep going with this pattern, or maybe you lift both arms up as you inhale and exhale, lower down. Maybe you lift both legs up and lower down. Or maybe you become Superman and both arms and both legs. Try 3 more breaths, doing the movement that serves you best. Try to keep the core engaged to help protect the lower back and strengthen the upper back. And then when you've had enough, bring your hands underneath your head. Take a few breaths. From here, we're going to roll over onto our backs and eat whatever makes sense to you. You can roll over, or you can sit up and come over. But making your way onto your back. As you come onto your back, bending the knees, maybe letting them go to side or drawing them into the chest. Then pause. Inhale the right leg up towards the ceiling, holding onto the leg wherever you can reach, getting a nice stretch through the back. Maybe you point and flex the foot, or draw the circles with the toes. And then place it back on the floor. And then the left leg goes up towards the ceiling, finding that stretch through the back, through the hamstrings. Point and flex or draw circles. And then place it back on the floor. From here, making the choice of where you'd like to go next. Maybe you would like to do bridge, or you would like to do eye of the needle, taking right ankle over left knee. Or maybe you'd like to do a pose that I didn't even say. That's fine too. Enjoy 3 to 5 breaths in your pose. Notice the breath. Is it moving with ease? Notice the neck and the shoulders. Is there anything you can do to make them more comfortable? If you're in a pose that has two sides, slowly come out of the pose. And pause. And then when you're ready, go into the pose on the other side. Two long, slow breaths. And slowly come out of the pose. Take a breath or two. And then draw the knees in towards the chest. You can stay here, hugging the knees in. Or maybe you come into legs up or happy baby. Three long, slow breaths. Then slowly come out of your pose. Scan the body from the top of the head down to the toes. Take any final movements you'd like, and then allow yourself to move into Shavasana, getting yourself comfortable. Finding a pose where you can be comfortable and safe, feel grounded. As you move into your Shavasana, make any adjustments to find more space and ease in your body. Sliding the back of the head up the mat, feeling length in the back of the neck. Adjusting the shoulders, softening the belly. Bring the attention down to the toes. Tighten the toes and hold. And then let them go. Tighten the feet and the ankles. And then let them go. Tighten the legs. As you exhale, let them go. Tighten the hips. As you exhale, let them go. Tighten the fingers. As you exhale, let it go. Tightening the arms. Exhale, let it go. Bring the right side of your mouth towards your right ear and hold it. And then let it go. Bring the left side of your mouth towards your left ear. Hold it. And then let it go. Bring the sides of your mouth towards the ears Hold it and let it go. Scrunch up the eyes, tight, tight, tight. On an exhale, let it go. Draw all the muscles in the face towards the nose. And on an exhale, let it go. Let your attention softly drift from the top of your head down the front of your body, feeling light and nourished. Then letting the attention drift from the feet up the back of the body, feeling comfortable and grounded. Breathing in with ease, breathing out, feeling calm. Allow yourself to stay right where you are, or gently begin to wake yourself up, making gentle movements with fingers and toes, stretching and yawning in ways that feel good. Rolling over onto your favorite side, pausing before making your way to a seated position. Give yourself this time to notice what your experience is right now in this moment. Scanning the body from the top of the head down to the toes. Being aware of the mind. Noticing the breath. Bring the hands together, lowering the forehead down towards the fingertips. Giving yourself another moment just for yourself. Allow the arms to flow down to your sides. Feel that length in the spine. Even if you're on your back, you can feel the spine lengthening. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Turn the palms out, exhale down. And then turn the palms back up, inhaling up. And exhaling down. And one more time. And gently bring the hands together. Take 3 long, slow breaths. Breathing in through the nose and sighing out through the mouth. Thank you for joining me this morning, allowing me to guide you through your yoga practice. May your day be filled with good thoughts, kind people,